Guys, what's happening to Africa? Why can't we have peace? Everybody wants a piece of Africa. Africa, a piece of land, so blessed with natural resources, gold, diamond, silver, emerald, copper, name it, we got oil, everything. Why can't we have peace? Why is everybody trying to control us? Yes, I'm here for EFF, Economic Freedom Fighters. That's who we are. We fight for the freedom, the economic freedom of Africa. We want to be independent. We want to be able to control our financial flow. Why should I go to Zimbabwe and use dollars instead of me using my kwacha or using my naira from Nigeria or using my rand from South Africa? Why not use my shilling from Kenya? It's about time, guys. Things have to change. We need to move on. We were kids back then, but today we are adults. Can we please have our own sovereignty? Why do we have to rule in such a way whereby our own people have to suffer? Why do I have to take over my country and rule my country just so that other people suffer? Does it make sense? It doesn't add up, guys. Look at the masses. People are suffering. Who is enjoying after all this? We want to be able to control our own economy, run our things the way we want to run our things, the way we think things should be run. Why should we have you run things for us? We are rich. We have all the resources. But I want to tell you guys something. One thing for sure, it's leadership. It's a problem. Can we blame the Western world? Yes, we can blame the Western world because they have manipulated and taken over our leadership. We are being led by the Western world. Why can't we vote leaders instead of presidents? We don't want presidents, we want leaders. Leaders lead the way. People follow. Presidents are just like any other mayor, manager in any corporation. They don't know anything about leading the people. We want to lead the people. We want to lead by example. We want to take and elevate our own continent, our own Africa to another level. We don't need any interference. We are going to definitely trade with everybody, but it's going to be on our terms. You win, I win. That is it. Why should I jump into a trade where I make you win and I make my people lose? I make myself lose. We are fighting for our own independence of economy. We want to be economically independent. That's it. It's simple, guys. All we want is equality. Don't make us feel inferior. Don't make us feel anything less. All we want is to be on the same page. You win, we win. We win, you win. That's how it goes. 50-50. Is that too much to ask for? Come on, guys. Give me a break. Look at what's happening to Africa. Seriously, I need a visa to go see my brother next door. So-called next country. Just because somebody had to come and put all these boundaries. Look at what's happening in Europe. You don't need any visa to move from London to Paris. Paris to Belgium. How come? This has been a mind game and the game has to be over. And right now, we want to run things the way we want to run things. Give us a chance to make our own choices. Let's choose who we need to trade with. Let's choose who we need to engage ourselves into business. Why should we be obliged? Look, especially for West Africa, the French colonies, countries like Cameroon, look at what is happening. You have people like Paul Biya, someone that has been ruling, someone that has been in power since 1982. That is 41 years today. Some of you, my viewers, before then you were not born. So tell me, what innovation, what new ideas that someone has to bring to the table just because he's been backed up by these French people, and in the long run, people of Africa have to suffer. He's been in power for 41 years. The people of Cameroon have revolted, they've come forward with their own petition, and it has all been turned down, all because of what? Because of France. Now you have this guy there for 41 years. For what reason? Let me tell you something about Cameroon. Cameroon is a very rich country, very rich in rubber, cocoa, timber. They produce a lot, including oil. But today, it's actually listed one of the poorest countries in the world. Because of what? Feeding France. France has had enough portion of Africa. Enough. It's been good. Okay? I need you to understand something, guys. France, colonial leaders, it's been good. It was good then. You've brought us this far. We've learned a lot from you. We were children. We were kids, babies. But today we are adults. Can you please allow us to think and run our lives with the goddamn given visions that he has given us as a race of Africa? Is that too hard to ask for? Or are you saying you want to control us eternity? It can't work. And here's the message to all Western nations. You are better off wake up. As you can see, it's happening. There is no turning back. You can crush us today, but we are coming stronger than we ever thought. Better for you to leave us alone now. In the coming future, we'll be more violent than we are today. Allow us to do this in peace. What we want is freedom. Now you have the ECOWAS, the West African states, and we putting all these sanctions on them. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. United Nations Organization, what are they doing? You're uniting or you are dividing? The people of Niger, they have revolted and they have chosen who they want. Burkina Faso has chosen their leader, and it is what it is. This is what the people want. It's not what you want, it's what the people want. And let's leave it like that. Let business people continue to strive. Let politicians do their job, and let the army put peace and order in place. That's what it is. You are not going to tell us what to do. We are going to choose who to work with. If we choose to work with Putin, it's our choice. If we choose to work with China, it's our choice. But France should leave Africa. France has done more damage than any good, especially in the West Africa. Let's talk about a country like Cameroon. Cameroon has been under the oppression of the French people for way too long. I'm talking about years and probably half a century. Look at the president of Cameroon. He's been in power since 1982. That is 41 years old today in power. Are you telling me, Cameroonians, I'm talking to you Cameroonians, are there no young, innovative leaders with new ideas? Or are you telling me you're going to stay to the colonial leadership and you are learning something? I guess you are. Look at what is happening to Niger. Why is the West, the Eco-West, trying to get into their business? The people, they need peace. This is what they want. Their leadership has failed because these are puppets to the French colony. Same goes to Burkina Faso, Guinea, Mali. I greet you all. Africans for Africa. It's a revolution, and the people of Africa, it's about time. We rise up, stand and rise up for our own land. Stand and rise up for our own people. Stand and rise up for what we believe who we are. This is who we are. We are Africans, and we love to be Africans, happy people. Ladies and gentlemen, I come here as an African to stand for EFF. I strongly believe that Africa, we still need our own financial and economic freedom. We do appreciate, and our thanks goes to all our freedom fighters, political freedom fighters. As Nelson Mandela said, without economic freedom, the struggle continues. Ladies and gentlemen, cher compatriot, fellow comrade, and to all distinguished guests, I want to applaud you to say the struggle continues to fight for the African economic freedom. Big shout out to President Ruto of Kenya. Shout out to President Julius Malema of South Africa. Big shout out to PLO, Lumumba, EFF. Big shout out to everybody, all the powerful African leaders. And like we said, we appreciate all those that fought for our political freedom. Great people such as Kenneth Kaunda, Kwame Nkrumah, Nelson Mandela, Patrick Lumumba. These African leaders that have given their life to save Africa. As Zambians, we are here to make a difference. It's been a long way coming. We have struggled enough. It's time to give people what they want. Economic freedom is all they want. Thank you for paving and making a way for the young people and the young generation to be where they are today. We want them to excel. We want to see a better Africa. We need leaders that are selfless. I'm not going to emphasize this anymore. Africa don't need presidents anymore. We need leaders and not presidents. Because presidents are just like any other manager running an organization for their own business and their own interests. We want leaders, as it was before, like kings, who will rule for the benefit of their own communities and to the rest of the world. Just so you know, stop the silly games. Africa wins, you win. Africa lose, you lose. Choose. Lusaka, Kabwe, to all Majera boys, all the way Copper Belt, Zambia, digging them copper, cobalt, emerald, diamond, gold. Majera boys in Ghana after gold. Do you really think it's gonna be fair? Do you really think it's gonna be okay for you to continue the way it is? I'm calling upon all my Majera boys all over my continent, Africa. Stop the digging. No one shall be found digging any of our resources till further notice. No more digging the land of Africa. Let's reserve it. We have a great generation to come. We have our children's children to live. No more digging till further notice. Thank you. I want to give a big shout out Ichlema Akahinde. Thank you so much for bringing the change to my country, to my people, and the economic change to Zambia. Africa is a continent so rich, natural resources. We have solar, uranium, but what is happening to Africa? A whole lot of people living without electricity, without power. Potential leaders, potential businessmen, potential, full of potential. What has happened? They've left Africa, gone in the diaspora. Some of them never even reached their destination. They've been thrown in the Atlantic Ocean, which has swallowed so many young Africans in search of what? Green pasture. Yet we have a much and the greenest pasture in the entire paradise of earth. Africans, my fellow comrades, compatriots, I urge you, it's time we build our continent. Our continent has everything that the world needs. We have everything that we need to build ourselves, make ourselves comfortable, and feed the rest of the world. Therefore, I'm not expecting anything less but economic independence.